What is up, guys? Welcome to another amazing video tutorial on Palito's technology. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how we can create a Listpart page in AL language. So my name is David. I am a professional AL developer. I develop both for Navision in CAL and also in Business Central. So that being said, let's move into today's video. I don't want to take much of your time, so I really want to go really fast. So if you are already ongoing in the development of creating pages and table in AL, you should have noticed that there are different types of page. There's the card page, there's the list page, there's the list part page. So today we are going to be looking into list part page. So I'm going to be logging into the Business Central so that I can show you an example of a list part page before we creating it and how, and for you to have this full understanding on how this works actually. Okay, so I am logged in into Business Central and I'm opening a typical example, a sales code. So if you notice, a sales code consists of two pages within itself. It has the header and it also has what we call the line. And you can see by my page inspector, all I did was to press Ctrl Alt F1 to bring this page out. So once you have this page out, you want to focus on this particular section, which is the line. You can see sales line, and it also has a page which is called sales code subform, which is what we call a list part. And you can see that it takes multiple lines of information. And this is what makes it so special because a particular um, customer can order for a list of items, you understand? So the list part is able to accommodate those kind of requests. So let's look at how we can create a list part. And before we go there, I need to come to open this article on how to work with Listpart. So it shows you more information that you need to know. And you see, when you want to create an embedded kind of page that has to be inside another page. So that is when you use a Listpart. So let me walk you through how you can create a Listpart. I have created a project. I named it YouTube project. And as you can see, I deleted the default program that is being installed. And the next thing I usually do is, with the way I work, I create a folder for both pages. I also create a folder for tables. No, folder, tables. I also create folder for other extension. If I say table extension, I create for also page extension. As you can notice, I can also create for what we call the code unit when we get to that section. So this is going to be the project we're going to be working on with in my next videos. So within this section, I'll be showing you how you can create a table, how you can create um, a page, and the rest. So from the table here, since we don't have anything we want to reference, so I would like to just create a dummy table right now. So I'm going to name this, um, let me see, let's see, user data.al. So there are different type of naming convention. You can see I'm using the camel case. It doesn't really matter, but in a professional line, it matters. You can just for it to look uniform or something. So I'm going to press Ctrl J to hide the terminal, Ctrl B to hide the sidebar. So I like working with a clean environment. Since I want to create a table, I just press a shortcut TT once my symbol has been downloaded. So it should give me this option. So I just click tab to create this. So, and the other thing I said I used to do is I come to my launch dot, no, my app.json, then I come under this ID range. So I come here to extend the ID to 99999. And it's just for me to have a lot of IDs to use. It doesn't really matter. You can still work within the range of the 50,100 to whatever range was set there by default. So I want to name this 9915, 99123. Let's say that. And let's see. So there's a convention in creating a list part. Once you're creating a list part, it has to end with what we call a line. Because if you can look at the example we created earlier, we see we have a sales line and we also have a sales header. So in this case, I just want to have user line. We are going to refurnish this program at the end of the day, but for the time being, this is a basic way to create a table. So the first field, and when you're creating this type of table, especially when you're working with a list part, you need a primary key. You need something that is going to be linking this particular page, this particular table to the table is going to be. Let me put it in this way. Let's go back to Business Central. All right, let's go under sales. Go to a sales code. So now we are looking for the relationship between this particular table that owns this record and the table on the line, right? This table on the line. So there has to be something linking them together. So in this case, you see that this document number is 101, which is the primary key for this document. And then if I should come under design and bring the primary key for the line, you'd see that they are the same. So that is what they use to link the top page to the footer to the line page. So I just want to show you so you can see for sure that they both have a relationship. You see, document type is part of document number. So if I should drag this document number down here, you would see the document number and this document number are the same. So this shows you that there's a relationship between this table on the header and this table on the line. So that is the point I'm trying to prove here. All right, so now let's say the first primary key should be, yeah, let's say it's a document number also, right? So document number, let's say it's a code, because we also want to be able to accommodate letters and the rest. So usually primary key is always 20. The total length for it should always be 20. So, and there's another thing you have to put. And when we are working with, let's go back here. When we are working with this type of document, stop designing, please. Can you do that? All right, so all I want to show you here is, I talked about using two primary keys. And then, if you are following me all through, you see that primary key is supposed to have just one data, right? A data is supposed to just have a single what's it called, primary key. But in this case, for the list part, you see that this other line is also still having this 101, which is the document number, which is also the primary key. So how is this made? So I want to also bring out some other fact that nobody is going to tell you, which is called a line number. So what does a line number does? A line number just enable you to have a single primary key, but being able to have different legs. Just look at it like an array. So let me, oh, okay. I want to bring out, I'll go to design. I feel like I'm already talking too much, but no, the information is still okay. So I go to design, I come to, yeah, so I go to fields, then I look for line number. This is it.
All right, so with the help of line number, you'd see if I should fill any information here. Let's say in this case, let's say I chose an item. You'll see that this line number is going to increment. You can see the next line number is 20,000. The first was 10,000, 20,000. So with the help of what we call auto splits, which enables us to have multiple lines using just a single primary key. So let's go. So yeah, I'm also going to create what is called a line number. Just say 2. I'll just call it line. So this case, this will be an integer. Some people call it entry number, some people call it line number, depending on the kind of project you're working with. I'm still going to do a very robust kind of application using all this list part alongside with a document page. So we link all together and then make a big application. So right here we have to use auto increment. If we are going to be using this, auto increment equals true. So let me just bring, let me see, the next field should be, let's see item also. Let's just say item. So this is code 20, and then we are going to use what we call table relates. So we relate it to the item list. And that is all. We're not going to be doing any fancy validation or anything fancy. We just want to make a list part. So I think when we are done here, we need to just go to the pages and go create a page. So I'm going to name this user, let's say page. Here I use the shortcut TP. Then I can see different options here. So I'm going for this list so it can give me a template. So let's give it an ID. This is 70, 89. Okay. So I'm also giving this a name called user, let's say subform, right? User, let's say, let's say user line subform. Okay. So the important thing to do here is the page type. We're going to actually link it to be Listpart. You can see we have list plus, we have Listpart. So I'm choosing Listpart, and then I have to relate it to the source table, which is user line, right? So that's pretty much it. So we also have some other key attributes to add to this, and we'll talk more on that in the next video while we make a complete robust application. So I'm just going to save this, and I'm going to remove this fact box area. We're not making use of it. So I can come under this reports, click on this, and then I can start adding. I don't need the document number to show, so I only need the item, and that is it. So for now I'm just going to publish, and then we can talk more on how to expand from this. Make sure you watch the next video so that you see how we move from introducing how to create a common list part, and then now moving further to creating a document like a sales code or a sales order or a sales invoice kind of application. Okay. So by standard, when you're creating a list form, you're not supposed to use the application area hall. because you don't want anybody to just be able to search for it. That is one. And the other thing is, when you're working with a list part, you don't want the user to be able to just edit or modify or create a new record coming directly from the list part. And the idea behind creating a list part is for you to be able to use it or embed it in on other documents. So in order for us to be able to put a particular record inside this list part, we have to create another document that is going to be housing this list parts. So make sure you follow this tutorial right from this very video to the next and to the next, because I'm going to be building up on this particular tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.